like this one. So it's actually not fantastic. I did it from up here so to get the perspective shot. So what I'm doing, I'm not going to actually move it, but essentially this is a it's a hoist, right? But what I've done is I've actually put it in horizontally, of course, and it doesn't really matter. You know, I mean, it still works. It's just an induction motor and a reel. That's the control. And I've hooked it in down here. Now it comes supplied with a this, which is a winch. Now I got a bolt and I put it in the wall, and the clamp to the wall is fine, but the hook has just splayed right out. This part of the hook's just gone completely plastic. So I mean, I can fix this somehow, you know. I mean, I can, but I've got bigger ones, and I've got an eyelet that I can put in, which obviously, and it's much bigger than that. I'm gonna have to get some bigger drill bits. But as you can see, you know. So what I'm doing is, let me show you what I'm doing, and then you can see. So I've obviously got it tensioned up, and I can basically I could just pull this, right, and you will see. Can you see the wheel? Put light on. There, and you can see how it's moving, yeah. And the way that I can, because the trouble is it has a single speed, and it's way too much. You rag the blooming the hook. So what I can do is basically pull this up to pull the tension, and then use the. Can't do it with two hands. I need two hands. I can do it, and then I can put the. Well, just inch it. So pull the wire up, and then bring the tension up on the motor, so that I'm moving it slower. You know, a bit like PWM, really. You know. So we have our mechanism for moving it. Obviously, that's going to have to. I'm going to have to strengthen that. And I think even when it was on the motor and it was starting to move, it wasn't particularly fast. And I did double it. I mean, I could do it single because this can lift like a ton or something, and it's just pulling it laterally, so it's not a ton. So it would do it singly, but it would have been too fast. And so that's why I doubled it up like that, to just not because it needs the extra power, but or the extra lifting or pulling power, but it gives it more. It gives it a slight. It lowers the velocity. Yeah, because you've got a velocity ratio of 2, which means that it's going to go slower, and it works. So, and there's our tripod. Yeah. So I've got to basically I've got to line up the wheels as well, because these are steered wheels, and they're currently steering it the wrong way, slightly the wrong way. You can see, possibly, I don't know. You might be able to see, not from here, but I think you can see from the other side. Yeah, you kind of can. Yeah, because if you look at the front wheel, that's actually aligned directly at us, but the chassis is going at an angle, and I can see it a bit more, I think, in real life than the camera. And it's the same on the other side, obviously, because it's just standard Ackerman. So I need to alter the steering, and it's linked in. It will work. It's a mechanical one. I did have an electric one, but I can't. I'm not going to go down that route today. Yeah, so it works basically. I guess I could even use the because I bought. I mean, that was like £15 for quite a high power winch, really. Yeah, you just, and that's not even the full length. I mean, it goes much further because you can see I've got a lot of rope on the ground, so it will actually go further than that, which is 2 meters, I believe. Yeah, and I mean, I could kind of use a combination thing in order to control it, but I mean, it's just as easy just to pull on the wire like this, you know, and you should be able to see. Let's see. You see it move? Yeah, you can see it. Oh crap! Push on it a bit. There you go. So you can see it moves, and it actually doesn't take much. It's the moment. I think the tire, because it's been sat on the tires for like 2 years, not moved. So I think the tyres also stuck to the ground a bit, you know, because they got like a significant, like you can see all this tread and that's over there as well. So and I mean I can probably move it myself now, but it's just the control, because you have to kind of, you know, pull it by, you know, using momentum and stuff. And I don't think I'd ever get it over that, you know, because I mean, when he had the engine in, it was no trouble. He just rolled right over it like it wasn't there. But if I have the winch, and obviously I'm going to have a bit more power on the winch, rather than I'm going to have to go a bit more over there. I'm going to have to a bit more something a bit stronger, essentially, because it'll just pull it straight out. But yeah, it's working. I had to fix up my cable. This let me show you this. This is the plug that came off. It's all melted. Yeah, it's just a charger. And I've got the. Where did I put the fuse? Because this'll really be humorous. Oh, I can't find it now. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, maybe it's over there. I don't know. But basically, you know, these have for people who are not from the UK. These have a 13 amp fuse inside the plug, and the fuse that was in there had a big thick chunk of wire soldered onto it. Yeah, it's a 100 amp fuse or something. So it melted the plug basically. Yeah, that'll go in the bin. So there we go. Yeah, so this was like Amazon £90. Yeah, about $100 or something. I don't know what it is. And it works. It's got, you know, as I say, it's a lift. This thing here is, because you can see how it presses up against that. So the ring, this thing here, right, if that actually goes in that way, then it'll press that and stop it. So you know, basically, so it doesn't destroy itself, because it quite easily will. And so they put a safety catch on there to stop it from destroying itself. Yeah, it's not bad. It works. I mean, I could do with one that actually had a variable speed, but they've stuck an induction motor on it. They tend to be single speed. You can get VFDs for them, but, you know, I've got enough projects going on. I don't have to make a VFD bloody drive for that. So, yeah, 90 quid. Bolt in the wall was pennies, basically. They had a discount offer on them. I just need some extra bits because I had the wrong size bit for that, so I had to drill it out a bit. So yeah, I'm going to release this now because I actually do want to go to like the toilet and things.